Sunday, today I want us to talk about something that really affects almost everybody. And I would like us to touch on the things not to do at your workplace. Ukiwa job, what are the things that you are not supposed to do pale kazini?
Thank you again. There's so many things at your workplace you are not supposed to do, and you're supposed to be very cautious. You're supposed to be very careful how you carry yourself. So one, rule number one, never date at your workplace.
Usipate mpoa pale.
Hapana, never date.
Must not.
But this one only applies to those married men and ladies. If you are married, and maybe for those who don't try to date at your workplace.
No, even if you're not married, sir.
Even if but
don't date your colleagues.
But there are those people who get their spouses from their workplace.
Wangapi? Wangapi? Hapana. Ulikuwa umeanza vizuri sana chini unaanza
kukutana. This advice is only this not dating at workplace only applies to married people.
For me, I would say everybody, because when you are the first place, if you're married, you are not even supposed to date outside your job. You are a married man. Where do you advise the married men to date?
You see, okay, the society nowadays, there are so many things. You will tend to disagree with me, but there are these people who do these things behind the scenes.
Wait from here. Don't date your colleagues.
Your workplace.
Don't date your
because
colleagues.
One, the reason as to why I'm saying you should not date at your workplace, it will bring disrespect. When you date at your workplace and maybe mkosane kwa nyumba, it will bring down the productivity at your workplace. You will come to workplace and you will do things differently. Okay? You'll find that when you are dating your colleague, when you are dating your colleague, hii point yenye nilikuwa naelezea, mmekosana kwa nyumba, and then there is a very important task that you're supposed to do together office. You're supposed to accomplish together at your workplace. Do you think that task will be accomplished?
It will not.
It will
Utaleta
not.
feelings zenu za home pale.
Exactly.
And, it will not.
The task
and at the end of the day, you might even lose that job.
Exactly.
Unaweza poteza hii job.
Exactly.
So for me, don't date at your workplace. Even if you find that this is a God-sent lady, please don't. Unaangalianga picha kama poster.
Don't date at your workplace.
Another thing I feel that you should not do at your workplace is that inappropriate jokes. Because you find that in your workplace mko na watu different ages. Now, there are jokes that we may consider them inappropriate, and you find that when you joke with such kind of people, they might not tell you, but they might feel.
This one will, some people tend to bring jokes that unapata maybe ulikuwa unafanya kazi, kuna mtu amekuja na kitu yenye anadhania wewe unapenda, but lakini kwako wewe haupendi hiyo kitu yenye ameleta, pengine ni kamchezo fulani. So utakuwa unamwangalia hivi, maybe we were friends, but now again
so jokes, know the limit, the limit and the kind of jokes you can subject to somebody else.
Another thing, do not expose your family to your colleagues at your workplace. Yes, let your family be private from your work colleagues, unless it is a very close friend of yours whom you trust, and maybe you know more about him, maybe about his family. Like, me and you, now it depends. Mimi na wewe tunajuana aje, apart from this work that brings us together.
Do we share anything else in common?
Yes, that maybe we also think we can bring our family together. But don't just go and try to expose your family to
announcing, I am married to this and this.
Exactly.
We are blessed with 7 kids. And on the same note, Sunday, could it be that if you treat the office that you hold as a public place, you find that some people will hang the portrait of their families in their offices? How about that?
For me, even if I'm your boss at your workplace, and my wife, for example, comes to that office. If you don't know her, I will just serve her like any other person.
Like any other client,
like any other client, without you noticing that this is my wife. You are not supposed to know that this is my wife. So unless now you are very close to me and you get to
understand.
Yes.
Yeah. So about family issues, usizilete job. What about, how would you talk about family time and work time?
My friend, your family will always, as much as we need money and you are working for your family, but this family will always come first. Yes. In your family, you always make sure that you give them their time. Because when things get worse at your workplace, you'll always go back to your family.
These people,
The job will always be there. You can lose this job, you can get another one. But when you lose your family, even if you get married to another, you begin another family, you will still have this other family that you've lost.
So take time, learn to differentiate between work time and family time. So family time, treat it for family.
Yes.
And at the same time, give your best at your work.
Exactly. Give your best
at your family and at your work.
Because giving your best will always will also make you to be able to provide for your family. Another thing that you also need not to do at your workplace is what did I want to say?
Maybe as that point comes to your mind, kuna kitu ime-click kwa akili yangu. At your workplace, don't be a snitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Don't be a snitch. Ati wewe umesikia ati nimekuja kazi nikinuka pombe. Ati umeenda.
Lakini Sunday, can you be a snitch without knowing? Maybe as a concerned employee. Maybe Sunday, I've been watching you closely. Sasa nimeona nimesikia unanuka pombe. I've seen the shirt you were with yesterday, this week nimeenda kwa HR nimwambie, siko baya, lakini of late there is a way I've seen Sunday. Mimi msimwambie, but kind try to investigate. Ni kama anakunywa sana.
My friend, you can't be a snitch without knowing. I disagree with you. Because one, why would you?
As a concerned employee and colleague.
You are not concerned. If you are a concerned colleague, you are supposed to come to ask me. But my friend, today I've seen like you have like 4 legs. What happened? Are you from moon today?
So don't be a snitch. Maybe you can be a snitch. Unapata because the colleagues, colleagues discuss a lot of things. Then kitu mnajua tu nyinyi colleagues discuss, and you find that maybe the boss is aware of that what you're discussing. Not necessarily a bad thing, but maybe you could have your own things. So don't be a snitch. And being a snitch, you could be spreading also rumors. Don't spread rumors at your place of work.
Also at your workplace, please don't be radical. Learn to work with, if not everyone, but with most people. Because if you are radical to everyone, then it means it is going to affect the company production. It is going to affect your personal production. It's going to affect how things are done at your workplace. For example, this is our job. It's all mostly about safety. And if I'm radical, like I don't agree with you, then we are supposed to work together. In the process, I'm having some problem, or you can just set something to hurt me. So learn to work with everyone. Don't hold grudge at your workplace. Yes.
Join kazi bana. It's never personal. Yes. It's never personal.
We come here, we work today, we go home.
So be dynamic. If there is a change in anything, learn to accommodate the changes, because at the end of the day, at your workplace, that is not your work. So learn to be dynamic. Don't be so much radical. And again, don't be a lone ranger. Unapata kuna wale tunataka kufanya kazi peke yao. Hata kuinvolve anybody, hata kama tumesema usilete mambo mingi. At least be friendly to somebody mwenye anakuja. Such that usipokuja job leo, we might know where to find you. So don't be a lone ranger. At least juana na watu, maybe moja wawili.
At your workplace, this is where sometimes you can get consolation, because kuna kuwaga na zile disagreement. Maybe pengine kwa nyumba kuna kitu. When you come from home and you're lonely, at least you should have one friend at your workplace whom you can always share some things with. Have a 1 or 2
at least 2 friends
at least
at your place of work that you can confide to.
Because ukitoka kwa nyumba uko chini, umekuja kazi tena uko chini.
You are gloomy, like you want to eat everybody in that company.
feel like hata ukitoka huko kama umekasirishwa au umekosewa au umejua pia wewe unaweza kosea mtu pale, na unakuja kama wewe sasa ndio unataka kubust.
You want to explore.
So kuja huku at least get to your friend and try to discuss, I have this and this along the way, so maybe atakusaidia in the healing process.
Exactly. So there are so many things that you're not supposed to do at your place of work, but for us we feel the few you've given here zinaweza pia kusaidia, but if you feel the other things that you are not supposed to do at your place of work, kindly pale kwa comment section hebu tuambie, so that we can discuss them later. And if you're watching us now, just subscribe, kindly do so that we grow together as a family. Thank you.